Hi guys, hello, welcome to my channel. I am so freaking excited for today's video because today we have not only just a book haul, but also a PR haul, a just like bookish merch haul. We've literally got all of the things. As you know, I have been on a book buying ban all of September and all of October so far, and I do plan on continuing it through October. I'm hesitating because I'm gonna do a little bit of a break. I'm doing one exception. I'm gonna go to the bookstore, I think this weekend, because I mean, you can't not go to the bookstore in October. I have to get like a fun festive coffee and I have to like stroll through the bookstore, and I'm not gonna do those things and not get books, you know? So there's gonna be a slight exception, but for the most part, we are gonna be continuing it through October. So the fact that I have like a pile of stuff to show you, I'm just so excited and again, just like so grateful. So anyway, without further ado, let's jump into it. I think we're gonna go ahead and start with the books first. And this one is honestly the one that I'm like most intrigued by because I definitely ordered this myself, but I have no recollection of what this is. I have been collecting all these things like since I started my book ban. So what this is, I have no idea. I mean, obviously it's a book and it's definitely gonna be something I pre-ordered, but I can't remember at this point what that was. So exciting. Okay, we have Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. And it's got dirt all over it. Is it dirt or is that? I'm pretty sure that's not how the book is supposed to look. It 100% is the way the book is supposed to look, and I got so distracted by the supposed like dirt that I completely forgot to talk about what this book is. Basically, it's the second book in the Rose Hill series by Elsie Silver. I still haven't read the first book yet, so I don't know who the characters for this one are. There's a character named Weston, and he's a single dad. So there is a single dad trope, which before Heartless from Chestnut Springs, I would have avoided that trope like the plague, but that was actually one of my favorite books from that entire series. So I'm looking forward to this one. Moving on, we have another package. This one is from Amazon. That other one was from Barnes & Noble, by the way. This is Split and Swallow by Lindsay Straub, and I honestly don't remember what this was about. Me and a friend were talking about it recently. She's basically the one that like brought it to my attention, and she was kind of like telling me a little bit about it and like showing me her copy of it and stuff, and I'm like, I'm gonna need to buy that. So this is actually the one purchase that I have made within my book buying ban that I was not supposed to, but I am gonna start giving myself some exceptions because I was kind of thinking about maybe extending it for the rest of the year. For example, this one is independently published. I want to be able to purchase indie books because I want the indie covers just in case they like get picked up in the time that I'm on my book buying ban. For example, Quicksilver. I have avoided getting that book for the longest time because I didn't really care so much about the cover, but me and that same friend that we're talking about this book just finished like buddy reading it. It was so stinking good, and I immediately went to Amazon to go purchase it, but I can't because it got picked up by a publisher, which I mean, congratulations to the author of Quicksilver. And I'm pretty sure that the cover is going to be staying the same, but I saw like I think a Reddit thread or something like that where someone was saying like, oh, everyone's talking, you know, smack about the Quicksilver cover, but now that it got picked up, everyone's gonna be like rushing out to get it, and guilty. Now that I've like read the book, I feel like attached to that cover. And it's funny because I kind of feel the same about Chestnut Springs from Elsie Silver. I avoided those books like the plague because I did not care for the indie covers of that series, and then it got picked up by a publisher and they came out with new covers. I bought them all and I love them, but now that I've actually read the whole series, I kind of wish I had have gotten the indie covers. So from now on, I'm gonna start purchasing the indie covers. Whatever's available, that's the one I'm gonna get. So yeah, I don't know if this is a book that's ever gonna be picked up, but just in case, I wanted to make sure that I got this cover because it is honestly so cool looking. Also, the title of this was very intriguing to me. The first like 10 times I read it, not gonna lie, I thought it said spit or swallow. It's split or swallow, but I mean, the insinuation is still there. And it does say at the very top, which would you choose? So I'm pretty sure this is a why choose, which is one of my favorite types of spicy books. This definitely intrigued me as well. It basically says, I'm told it's best to go into this book with absolutely no knowledge of its contents. As such, you'll find no blurb or summary here. Instead, I will leave you with some sincere advice. Buckle up. Spit and Swallow is unlike anything you've ever read before, and you may not read anything like it ever again. Say goodbye to the person you were before this book, and once you've read it, hand it to your friends so they can read it too. With a synopsis like that, how do you not read this? And then the next three packages we have are all from you guys, which is so crazy. Anytime anyone sends me a book, it's literally mind-blowing to me. This first one is City of Ghosts by V.E. Schwab, and this was sent to me by Julia. Thank you so much. I read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue and absolutely fell in love with it. So I wanted to read more from V.E. Schwab, and this was one of the things that I almost got. Instead, I got A Darker Shade of Magic, like the entire trilogy box set. And now, almost 2 years later, I have yet to read it or anything else from V.E. Schwab. But this one I feel like would be perfect, honestly, for this month. The title of this one is City of Ghosts. I do believe it's about ghosts. Ever since Cass almost drowned, she can pull back the veil that separates the living from the dead and enter the world of spirits. Her best friend is even a ghost. Things get even stranger when Cass's parents start hosting a TV show about the world's most haunted places. The family heads off to Edinburgh, Scotland. I used to live in Arizona, and there's a place called Scottsdale in Arizona. Ignore me. Edinburgh, Scotland, where graveyards, castles, and secret passageways teem with restless phantoms. And when Cass meets a girl who shares her gift, she realizes how much she still has to learn about the veil and herself. And she'll have to learn fast. The City of Ghosts is more dangerous than she ever imagined. I think this is gonna be, again, just like really fun for this month. So, new book on my October TBR. And then the other two packages that we have are both from the same person, and she is literally like my new book bestie. We talk almost every day. And I am just like so grateful and blown away that she not only sent me one book, but 3 books. This one is From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is one of her like just favorite series just in general. And then I've been reading the Covenant series by this author and really loving it, and also just like really excited to read more from her. So probably next month I'll pick this one up. This one's basically a fantasy romance involving vampires, which are my absolute favorite. When it comes to fantasy romance or just fantasy in general, I love a good vampire story. And honestly, I kind of want to go into this a little bit blind, so I'm not going to read the back of it. Vampires is all I really need to know, so very excited about this series. And then next up, again, she got me a couple more books, which one of them, again, would be so perfect for this month. This is The Fake Mate by Lana Ferguson, and this one says it's a steamy paranormal romantic comedy. Any kind of like romance, especially with like some humor in it, I absolutely love. 2 wolf shifters agree to be fake mates, but unexpectedly find something real. Oh, I love that. Very excited about this. Definitely adding this one as well to my October TBR, which apparently is just gonna be growing and growing by the day. And then the last one that she got me is The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels by India Holton. And this one has been on my radar for almost as long as I've had this channel, like this series in general, because the covers just look so fun. I love like a Victorian or like a Regency England type of vibe, and this definitely gives that. But also on the cover, it's got like the 2 characters and they've both got guns. So I feel like this is gonna also have a sense of humor to it as well. Again, I kind of want to go into it a little bit blind, but there's a quote at the top that says, "A prim and proper lady thief must save her aunt from a crazed pirate and his dangerously charming henchman in this fantastical historical romance." Also to Elise did write me a note, and she says, "Read me when you're needing a laugh or feeling silly." And then it says it's Bridgerton meets Pirates of the Caribbean with flying houses. Very intrigued by the flying houses thing, and I absolutely love Bridgerton, so very excited about this one. Now let's get into some books that I was sent via like a PR kind of situation. So a couple of authors sent me their books, but then also the Aardvark Book Club sent me a box full of books as well. Aardvark is basically a subscription service, very similar to Book of the Month. And they sent me 3 books, the first of which is The Fake Mate. I did get this box a while ago, and I totally forgot that 2 out of the 3 books are ones that I already own. So I'm thinking I'm either gonna just like send these to my sister or maybe do like a giveaway or something. I don't really know. But anyway, here's kind of like what the box looks like when you get it. I did get 3 different bookmarks, which now I'm realizing is probably because they sent me 3 different books. But how cute are these? Again, it's called Aardvark Book Club, so they have a little like aardvark at the top. Is that not the cutest thing ever? And then again, we just have our books. So we have The Fake Mate, which by the way, if you're kind of curious what these look like, again, it's very similar to Book of the Month where they've got like their own branding and stuff on it. This one's actually really cute because it's got pink and purple. And then the second book that I got is the other one that I already own, which is Evocation by S.T. Gibson. This book is like haunting me at this point because I saw someone haul this book months ago and it had the most intricate, beautiful design on the actual hardcover. So I tried to get it through like a smaller independent bookseller, thinking that it was gonna be the same as any other book that I got from like any other bookstore, and it was not. The dust jacket and everything looked exactly the same, but the actual hardcover was just plain and blue and it didn't have any design on it whatsoever. And because I got it from an independent bookseller, I wasn't able to return it. And then obviously this one is from Aardvark, so it does not have the intricate design on the cover either. So now I have 2 copies of this book, and neither of them have the design that I'm wanting. Maybe one day I'll get the actual cover that I've been looking for, but one thing I did want to point out, the spine on these books does actually look pretty cool. Actually, the spine looks exactly the same as this spine, so that's kind of cool that they do that. Let's see what this one looks like. This one has a cool spine as well. The lettering in kind of like a metallic version of this like purple color. I think that's really neat. And then the very last book that we have from Aardvark is called Masquerade by O.O. Sangoyami, something like that. I probably butchered that name, I'm so sorry. But this cover also looks really, really cool. And this is actually a book that I've never heard of, so I'm pretty excited about this one. There is a quote at the top that says, "Her rise to power, paid in blood." I mean, that sounds really good. Kind of like briefing over the synopsis, this one is about a woman who is kidnapped to become the wife of the warrior king, and it looks like she's basically gonna try to take over the kingdom. Masquerade takes you on a journey of epic power struggles and political intrigue, which turns an entire region on its head. Moving on to our little stack of books that I got sent directly from authors, which is also just like a mind-blowing thing to me. The first little set of books I actually got quite a while ago, but I don't think I've ever shown them. And if I have, oh well, I'm gonna show them again. Right now is like the perfect time for them, I feel like, because this is basically a series of like ghost mysteries. And what's more perfect for October than books about ghosts, you know? This series is by Amy Ravenel. I hope I'm saying your name right. We've got White Spirit, Cursed Spirit, and then Trapped Spirit. For the first book, it says, Tristan Johnson is done with the past, his own and the visions he sees. After an accident involving his unstable psychic ability, he starts over in Asheville, North Carolina. Hidden Forest Apartments seems like the perfect place for him. His friends live there, it's close to work, and the Blue Ridge Mountains surround it. But Hidden Forest has a dark secret. Legend has it that a ghost known only as the White Lady haunts the building. They say if you see her, you die, and the place has the bloody history to possibly prove it. Tristan doesn't buy into the legend until he sees someone push his best friend Zach out of a window. Zach's fiancée Kayla swears the White Lady did it. She begs Tristan to use his power to find out why, but Tristan isn't sure he can trust his power. When the ghost targets him, he may not have a choice. And then there's a person named McKenna who is a ghost hunter that looks like she's gonna get involved, and it looks like they might potentially like join forces. It says, can they and the rest of the Restless Spirits paranormal investigation team stop the White Lady before she kills again? So it sounds like it's some ghost hunters solving some ghostly crimes, which definitely, again, so perfect for October. So thank you so much to Amy for sending me these books. I know I'm talking about them like so very late. Next up, we have another book that I have already shown you. Like, I've already done the entire PR box unboxing, so I'm not going to show you everything in it again. If you want to know more about like what was included, I'll go ahead and leave that video linked down below. It was the first PR box I ever received, so it was so exciting for me. Thank you again, AJ Wynn, the author of these books, for sending me that PR box, because it literally was like a highlight of my year. But these are the books that she sent me. The first one is Willowbrook, and this one kind of has like spooky vibes, but it's also a romance, which sounds very intriguing. It's about an interior designer named Penny, and she is working on renovating Willowbrook Estate. As they delve into the project, they unearth a decades-old mystery within the house's walls, forging an unbreakable connection. Together they navigate grief, uncover family secrets, and ignite a passionate romance while confronting the history of Willowbrook. And then this is her new release. It literally just got released last month, I believe. This is The Other Side, and this one is kind of more of a dark academia romance mystery kind of vibe, which sounds so good. This one says, nothing stays secret forever. At the prestigious Montgomery Prep, history teacher Violet Price is an outsider, haunted by a dark past, just trying to survive. Enter Chance Harper, the enigmatic new English instructor whose privilege clashes with Violet's gritty reality. When students begin to meet suspicious ends, a chilling connection emerges between the ill-fated teens and a decades-old mystery, leaving Violet entangled in a web of deceit and desire. Forced to work together to investigate, Violet and Chance must navigate the labyrinth of secrets at Montgomery as they struggle to reconcile their differences in the shadow of the chemistry sizzling between them. This is definitely on my fall TBR. Very excited to read this one. And then the last like book PR box that we have, I'm gonna open up with you guys. I have already like opened it, but like I'm gonna recreate the magic with you. First off, we have a little card with my name on it, and this I thought was just gonna be like a note about the book, but it actually has like a ton of like bookmarks and stickers and things. We've got some art for the characters, which is super cute. This is basically a romance set in kind of like a beach town, and it's about a girl and a guy that owns a tattoo shop, so it sounds amazing. We've got some bookmarks. This one has the same art on it, and then it just has like the title of the book. And then this one's super cute. It looks like a little movie ticket, and again, it has like the title of the book on it, and then it has like all the tropes and stuff on the back, which is fun. And then we have another one that has like her other books on it, and then just her like handles for Instagram and YouTube and things like that, because she is on YouTube as well. We also have some stickers. We've got this one that looks like it has like a little poem on it, which is super cute, and then this one with some flowers. And then also, I love these. We've got some really fun little butterflies. Then we also have some annotating tabs, which like perfectly match these butterflies. And then we have a couple of bags of tea. Then the meat and potatoes of this box, which is the actual book itself. Again, I've already opened this, but it was originally wrapped in this like blue tissue paper. And here's what the actual book looks like. So this is called Tell Me It's Right. And again, the author is Katie Wismer. Moving into my brother's basement after graduating college isn't the end of the world, but getting stuck working for his best friend just might be. Aside from professionally getting under my skin, Liam Brooks owns the only tattoo studio in our perfect coastal town. He also happens to be the only person within a 100-mile radius willing to employ me despite my shining resume. The truth is, he needs me too. So we make a truce for the summer. I save his shop from financial ruin, and he does everything I say so I can use his business as a case study to land my dream job. Then I'm getting out of this town and never looking back. ... Unless I find a reason to stay. I think this is gonna be really cute. Very excited for it. Next up, let's go through my very last PR box, which this one is kind of random. Like, it's not super book related, but it kind of is at the same time. It's from a tea company called Plum Tea. Up until this year, I hardly ever drank tea, but because of the stomach issues that I've been having, I've had to basically cut out caffeine for the most part. I still have like the occasional soda every once in a while on like a special occasion, but basically my morning like 3 cups of coffee I can no longer consume. So I was really excited to get some tea, but the actual couple of blends that they sent me are kind of like bookish, and I just thought they were so cute. Here's the 2 teas that they sent me. So I have decaf Reading Nook black tea, and then we have Cuddle Time herbal tea. Is that not like the cutest names ever? So the Reading Nook one has decaf black tea, rose petals, lavender, chamomile, white cornflower, and vanilla essence. And I will say this actually is like a really pretty blend. And then the Cuddle Time one is chamomile, rooibos tea, peppermint leaves, and vanilla essence, which this is actually very similar to the tea that I drink already. So very excited about this. And then along with the tea, I also got this little mystery bundle, but from the sound of it and the feel of it, I'm pretty sure it's like a tea diffuser, but I figured I'd open it with you guys anyway. Yes. Oh, okay, this is actually so cute. So it is a tea diffuser, but it's in like the shape of a heart. How cute is that? So here's my little PR tea. Now we're gonna move on to the Bookish merch that I got. I got these things from Fabled Folk. I recently found them on Instagram. Literally love everything that they have. First of all, we have a set of bookmarks, and these are so stinking cute, and I'm so excited to like finally be able to use them. I got these things like a couple of weeks ago. This is like a little set of 3 different bookmarks. They're all kind of like very similar, but they have different tropes on them. So this one says slow burn, and that little like match artwork is just adorable. And these are the same on the front and on the back. And then we have this one, which is Fated Mates. And again, I just feel like the artwork with like the tying of the 2 hearts is so stinking cute. And then we have this one, which is Enemies to Lovers. And then the second thing that I got is a t-shirt, which I have already worn, but I have not washed it yet. So it is a little wrinkly. It's got some fur on it, but here she is. It says Villain Lover on it. Is this not the coolest t-shirt you've ever seen? I did get it in an extra large because I wanted it to be really like baggy, and it fits perfectly the way that I wanted it to. And I just think this is so cool. Along with like the other 2 shirts that she came out with within the same line. There was another one that said like sucker for a villain or something like that. And then another one that said Villain Lover Support Group. I really want to get both of those other ones as well, but for now we only got the one. I'm definitely in my book merch era, so if you guys know of any really fun, cool shops, let me know in the comments. And with that, that is everything that I've gotten over the last like month or so that is kind of bookish related. I do have a PO box, and I leave it in the descriptions of all of my videos, so if you're someone that just wants to send me a letter, or you're an author and you want to send me your book, or you have a small business, whatever it is, feel free to send me anything at any time. It is literally my favorite thing. But also, obviously, I'm not gonna love you any less if you don't. You know what I mean? So anyway, that is everything that I have for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you have had the most amazing of days, and I will hopefully see you in my next one. Bye.